thanks to everyone for coming today. I am really excited to share with you how natural solutions are a part of having a cleaner, greener home. I'm excited to share a few things about essential oils. And the first thing that I want to share with you tonight is what an essential oil is. Some of us have heard about them, some of us haven't. So what is an essential oil? The second thing is how you can use them for a cleaner, greener lifestyle, and how you can get them in your home. So we'll cover all three of those things tonight as we go through this. Now, first off, let me introduce myself really quick. My name is Heather Wade, and I am a wife. I've been married 22 years, and I'm a mother as well. One of my favorite things, we've got 6 kiddos. They range from age 21 down to 5. And I have been able to use essential oils with my family for so many different things. And I'm in the category where once I learn about something really great, it would just be a shame if I held it to myself. And so I am here to spread the message of choices as a mom, as a wife, and no matter who's watching or who's going to come here into the class, no matter what category in life you are, you have choices. So here is a quick shot of some of the choices that we've got. Over here on the left, we've got our modern approach. Now that's a common, we go to the doctor's office whenever we're sick, and there's a place for both of these. So the modern approach is designed to manage symptoms of what's going on. Oftentimes I call it kind of the Band-Aid effect. A lot of the things that they treat you with are made from isolated synthetic agents, so synthetics. There are often side effects from the things that we get there within the modern approach. And you have to ask yourself, are we any healthier just using that system? Maybe, maybe not. The other option that you've got over there on the right-hand side is more of a natural approach. This is where we are going to talk about addressing the body's need at the root causes. Why are we having head tension? Why are we having the other things come up? Maybe anxious feelings. Why are those happening? And so let's get to the root of it. What's going on? Essential oils are extracted from plants. So they are natural, lipid, amazing things. And they enhance our physical and our emotional health. So not just our physical, we're also going to touch a little bit on emotions tonight as well. And one of my favorite parts is they have safe benefits without side effects. And that is a really cool thing. Now you'll notice my triangles on both sides there. Kind of notice how they're flip-flopped a little bit. Over there on the modern approach, the root cause, they'll touch on it a little bit, but it's mainly focused on symptoms, right? Over on the right-hand side on the natural approach, we're going to focus more on the root cause. It's heavy on the bottom there, bigger portion. And then we're going to pay attention to symptoms as well, but we're going to pay most attention to the root causes of what's going on. And if you've got questions along the way, you're welcome to stop me and ask any of those. So really quick here, we're going to watch what are essential oils. It's just a really short clip from doTERRA that gives a really great explanation of what they are. So let me share my video sharings, and here we go. Maybe.
Orange or the scent of a pine tree all serves. There are no wasted efforts in nature. The fragrance of a flower, the smell of an orange, or the scent of a pine tree all serve specific purposes vital to a plant's survival. What our senses perceive as fragrances or scents are actually volatile aromatic compounds, tiny organic molecules that serve a variety of protective, reproductive, and regenerative purposes. These compounds help ward off unfriendly pests, attract friendly herbivores and insects, and even help the plant heal from infection and physical injury. There are over 3,000 identified varieties of aromatic compounds, each with its own unique and functional chemical constituents that provide different aromas and benefits to the plants. From the petals of a flower, to the leaves of a plant, the rind of a fruit, or the resin of a tree, these volatile aromatic compounds are all around us. Distilled directly from their plant sources, essential oils are multifaceted agents that have seemingly endless applications to our health and can be used aromatically, topically, or internally. Ensuring the maximum potency and beneficial properties of an essential oil are the result of maintaining the delicate ratio of aromatic constituents found in that essential oil, all of which can vary depending on the time of day or part of the plant which is harvested, the time of year or life cycle when harvested, the geographic location, and whether where the plant was grown, or the method and even the duration of distillation. For that reason, it is vital that essential oils come from a trusted source committed to not only producing unadulterated essential oils, but to adhering to the strictest production protocols. There are no wasted efforts in nature. Neither should there be in the health care you provide for yourself and those you love.
Okay, get to my next screen here. I'm going to stop sharing for just a second. I apologize. It took some of my settings off, so it's going to take me just a second here to put them back on.
No problem.
Okay, almost ready. Okay, I think we are back in business here. So what a cool little video, right? Just a really quick introduction to what oils are. It kind of made sense to me and gave us some of the scientific and some of the common sense stuff there as well. So there's three things about essential oils that I want to share with you. The first one is that they are natural. They contain natural compounds. They're extracted and distilled from plants. And so you see on the right-hand side there a magnified picture of a peppermint leaf. And on that peppermint leaf is an oil sac, and that is where we extract the oil from. And the plant uses that as a mechanism of protection. And we have learned through science that we actually can use that essential oil for the same thing for us. We are lipid organic materials just like those plants are. And so it provides a safety and a protection for us as well. They are comprised of hundreds of different compounds, and they have so many capabilities to just go out and eliminate threats that are around us. Just take care of some of those things that are in our environment. And they work with the body to address the issues and root causes on a cellular level. So on the right-hand side there, you'll see that center picture of a cell. And I just want you to kind of imagine that's what a cell might look like. And on the outside of the cell, that little green blob that you see circulating there is bacteria. Now, bacteria is a little bit too big to actually penetrate a cell. So when we go to the doctor's office and they tell us you've got a bacterial infection of some sort, what do they often do? They prescribe a prescription, an antibiotic, which is designed then to go and take care of the bacteria that surrounds the cell. Now, what happens if we say we go to the doctor's office and they tell us we've got some kind of a virus, some viral infection? Typically they say, go home, wait it out. There's really not much we can do for you. And here's the good news of essential oils is because of the molecular size of essential oil, they can actually penetrate the cell. And viruses, you see that little purple blob, that's a virus. It lives inside of the cell and causes havoc from inside out. So normally when we didn't think we had any options to help us in those kind of circumstances, we now know that because essential oils can penetrate that cell wall and start attacking that virus from the inside, we have some really cool options. And I know as a mom, that was so important to me. There is actually something I can do for my family in those instances. Now, the other thing is that they're safe. So they're safe enough to use on babies. They're safe enough to use on elderly people. They're safe for your pets. So we can use them pretty much on anything living, and it's super helpful. The next thing is that they are affordable. They cost pennies per dose. So can I share with you what we do at our house when we have ear discomfort? When I have a kid that will come up to me and say, I've got pain going on in my ear. And I say, okay, no problem. So I'll reach for my roller bottles. And I didn't bring the right ones in here tonight, but I'll usually grab out lavender and tea tree. And I will put a couple drops in my hand, just in the palm of my hand, with some coconut oil typically. And I'll rub that around in my hands, and then I'll rub it all around their ears. Never inside the ear canal, but just all around the ears. And typically by the time they wake up in the morning, I don't have any more complaints of sore ears. Now, because I have that 10 days ingrained in my head when you're taking an antibiotic, I will persist and be consistent with my essential oil for a few days. And then I forget because they've not complained about it, and on we go. And that's how we take care of ear discomfort in our home. Now, guess how much that cost me to do that remedy with my kiddos and take care of that? Any guesses? You're welcome to unmute and say, or you're welcome to put it in the chat.
It can't be too much.
Not too much. 28 cents. So for 28 cents, we solved the problem at home. And I didn't, in that instance, have to drive to the doctor's office, which would cost me gas, which would cost me time off work, or time off other activities that we're doing. And what else do you get when you go to the doctor's office sometimes?
Germs.
Germs, a lot more than we bargained for, right? So if I can avoid that and take care of 80% of my family's issues at home, what an awesome option, right? So when I showed you those triangles, I'm going to scroll back to that really quick. It will not let me scroll past the video. I am so sorry. So right back here on these triangles, when we have choices, on the left-hand side, I call that living a life of intervention. Somebody's got to intervene to take care of that. On the right-hand side, with a natural approach, we call that living in a life of intention. Having intention to take care of 80% of our family's needs at home naturally, and it works. It works for our family, and it's worked for a long time. So there's 3 ways to use essential oil. Let me put it back to present so we can look at this. Okay, the first way is aromatic. And if any of you have, sometimes you have been pre-sampled, somebody left a sample with you. Melanie, I did not leave a sample at your house. I was in a hurry and I just didn't even think of it.
That's
so
okay.
If, for instance, you've got peppermint at home, you can grab out your peppermint right now. And I'm going to go ahead and do it just because it's super amazing. And you can smell that. Say that again.
Should I go get mine?
You can absolutely go get it. Yeah, if you know right where it is, run and grab it. So while she's doing that, I'm just going to smell it. Just the aromatic use. Oh, and it's so refreshing. Peppermint is uplifting. It helps us focus. It can help provide energy. I love to use it in my mouth for fresh breath. I don't like sugars and stuff in breath mints. And so I love to use peppermint essential oil for all those great things. So when you're back, let me know.
I'm back.
Okay, awesome. So take the lid off of your peppermint. Yeah, just smell it. And you can go ahead and put 1 drop in the palm of your hand. Now, some people will take it and put it near their eyes, and I don't want you to do that tonight because it can hurt a little bit. It won't cause damage, but it just will cause some discomfort. So you can do one of 2 things. You can either just rub these on your hands and then take a deep breath in, but my favorite, if you're ready to go all in with me, just put your thumb in the middle of your palm there, and then press your thumb to the roof of your mouth really quick. And then I want you to just take a deep breath in. Okay, Melanie, what do you feel doing that?
It feels kind of like cold.
So kind of like refreshing. I love to use peppermint when I'm feeling really hot. I'll put it up the back of my neck, any hot flashes, and it will take care of that. I know as I took a deep breath in, it like opened up all of my airways. Just a clear, open airways. So you've just experienced what aromatically can happen with essential oils. And in just a matter of seconds, as you breathe that in, it hits your limbic system and it goes in, sends those signals to your brain that we've got this most amazing smell there. And now we know, because it works on a cellular level, that essential oil will now travel through your body and get to whatever cell it needs to get to provide help and support. All right.
Like an adaptogen. Would you call it an adaptogen?
Yeah. It's an uplifter. It'll totally lift the mood in the room. It'll help you focus. It provides energy. Does some really cool things. Okay, the next way that we use essential oils is topical, which now we just have it on our hands. So rub whatever is left over there. Now, topical use, we can apply this really anywhere on our bodies. I like to go to wherever I'm having my issue. So if I'm having trouble breathing, I can rub that right there on my neck and over my lungs. If I'm having, I'm using a different essential oil, let's say for the kiddos with the ears, right? I put it directly just right around their ears because that's where I was hurting, and right down their neck. So I like to go to the source. But if you're ever unsure, it doesn't really matter where you apply them, because they work cellular, and they'll do their job. They'll go find the cells that need some help. So on little ones, and if I don't love the smell of an oil, I'll oftentimes just put it on the bottom of my feet so I can throw some socks over it, not smell it. With little ones, then they won't touch it. They'll be totally okay. If they were to touch it and get it in their mouth, just might be a little bit uncomfortable, but otherwise they would be okay. So just throw the socks over. And it's important to know with little ones, and often with adults as well, that you want to use a carrier oil. And I love to use fractionated coconut oil, that it just provides that layer on your skin that'll hold the oil in there, and your skin will actually utilize more of the oil and it won't be evaporated off. Now, sometimes if I'm in a hurry, I'll just throw it on, no big deal, and I just trust the process that my body's going to get exactly what it needs. And a little goes a long way. So just 1 or 2 drops is all you need each time, and then just rub that in your skin. Wild orange is another one that if you've got wild orange, if you've been sampled and you've got wild orange at your home, this is another really great one to use. And it's fun to just drop in the palm of your hand as well. Use it topically. Use it aromatically. And when we use it aromatically, sometimes people love to use it in diffusers, so it can just float through the room and affect everyone in the space. If you don't have a diffuser, totally okay. In your hands, using your own cup diffuser is a really great way to go too. And the third way to use essential oils is internal. And this is actually, I use all formats, but internal is probably my favorite. You can just put a drop of essential oil in water. You can just drop it right under your tongue, or you can put it in a veggie capsule so that you can swallow it. So all great ways to take it internal. Your body actually utilizes 96% of the drop of essential oil with internal use. And I just love that it can get right to my bloodstream and go into my body and start doing its job really quickly. So all 3 options are all fantastic, and I actually use all of them. Okay, so I want you to look at these shelves right here, and I want you to remember back to those triangles that I showed you right at the very beginning, where on the left-hand side, we had the top-heavy triangle, where at the top, it was managing symptoms more. And I want you to imagine that triangle on this medicine cabinet. And isn't this medicine cabinet awesome? Like, this is a really cool version of what everyone's medicine cabinet could look like in awesome format. So it's kind of fun. So imagine this is in your house. And then I want you to imagine the triangle on the right-hand side, where it was really focused down there on the bottom with the root cause. And I want you to imagine that triangle being right here on those shelves. So imagine that bottom shelf is where we take care of the root cause of most of the stuff that's going on. So those are the things that we talk about being healthy with daily habits. The daily things that make 80% of the difference to your health. So if you can get consistent using those things, then we move up to the middle shelf where we be refreshed with self-care, that we replace toxins around us. We eliminate the toxins and replace it with things that are more natural so that our bodies can process it and not get all those toxins into it, which then will eliminate some of those things that we have, whether it be head tension, whether it be anxious feelings, whatever you're coming today with, health concern wise, we help eliminate by reducing the toxins around us. And then we target on our top shelf. Once we paid attention to our foundations on the bottom shelf, we can be prepared for anything with those top shelf items there. So just kind of be mindful as we go through the rest of this of the order of those shelves. And you can start anywhere with essential oils. No matter where you're at, we want to help you where you're at. We're going to meet you where you are. So there's different options for different people going through. Okay, so here's a video clip, and this is going to be about 10 minutes. So I want everyone to plug in, make sure that you're present, make sure you're here, because there's a really important message in this. And this is my friend Lauren Bush. She's going to teach us why essential oils were super important in her home and why we're talking about cleaner, greener home. Why does it matter about the products that we've got around us? So let's go ahead and pay attention to what Lauren's got to share with us. And actually, let me share so I want to make sure the sound is really good for you. And here we go.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lauren Bush. I am married to my high school sweetheart, John Bush, and I am the mom of 9 amazing kids. In my pre-doTERRA life, I was a medical ICU nurse. About 95% of my patients were trached and ventilated, so you could kind of say respiratory care is my thing. And so while I know part of the invitation as to why I'm here today is because of my medical background, I actually want to start off with sharing information that I have learned because of my most precious title, which that is of mom. But don't worry, I will get right back and I will put my practitioner's hat back on, and then I'm going to tie this all up and I'm going to tell you how to take all of the amazing information that you learned today and apply it to your business. In fact, we're going to set fire to your business. When my daughter Chloe was 9 months old, she was diagnosed with a really scary respiratory issue. The thought process for me as a mom and a medical ICU nurse is that we get a diagnosis, we'd receive some medication, and we kind of go on with our way. The problem was that's not really how it went. The doctors couldn't figure out what was causing her attacks. They couldn't figure out why the medication wasn't working. They couldn't figure out what was going to happen if she stayed on the amount of medication that she was on for any prolonged period of time. And in fact, we actually got to a point where the doctor said, we don't know how to help. So I found this amazing quote that actually sums up our journey, which is, if you're unable to understand the cause of the problem, thank you, it is impossible to solve it. You see, at the beginning of our journey, I actually had a friend ask, are you open to trying essential oils? And unfortunately, my ego totally got in the way. I thought, you have no idea how sick my child is, and you have no idea how smart I am. I am a nurse. If there was something that was going to help my child, me or my colleagues would have already heard of it. And my ego got in the way for 3 years. 3 years of sleepless nights, 3 years of watching my daughter suffer, until we got to the point of complete and utter desperation. And then I opened up and I said, yes, I'm willing to try essential oils. And while our very first essential oil experience was enough to make me an instant believer, it was the lifestyle changes that came along with doTERRA that made the greatest impact on my daughter's health. You see, I'm a little bit ashamed to admit, but I had a very toxic routine in my house. So all of my crunchy mamas who are watching this right now, please try hard not to cringe too bad and know that I have learned so much. You see, my daily routine looked a little bit like this. Every single day, I'd come downstairs and I'd light a couple candles because ambiance. Then I'd go and I would check all of the plugins in my house and I'd see if they needed new cartridges. I then grabbed my bottle of Febreze and I sprayed every single soft surface in my house. A couple times a week, I'd put down carpet powder because even the carpet needed to smell good to me. When it came to laundry, I actually chose my laundry detergent based on how strong my clothes would smell when they came out of the wash versus how clean my clothes came out of the wash. In fact, that's how I chose my laundry detergent and my fabric softener and the Bounty bar that was in the dryer and the extra little smelly pellets that I poured into the washing machine. It was that bad, guys. But the piece that I thought I had figured out the greatest hack as a mom was when I went around and I changed my kids' sheets once a week, I would take a bottle of baby powder and I would sprinkle it all over the mattress, and then I'd put the clean sheets on, and then I'd pat the bed so a little powder came through because I love the way that my kids would smell when they woke up in the morning. I didn't know that what I was doing to make my house feel and smell like home was causing the problems that we were so desperately looking for solutions for. So let's really talk about the cause of disease. And there's two really big culprits that I want to focus on. One is nutritional deficiency. It's a big one. Second is chemical exposure. Some might argue that genetics play a big part in this, but I want you to think of genetics like this. What was your grandmother exposed to while she was pregnant with your mama? What was your mama exposed to while she was pregnant with you? And then what are you being exposed to now? Because all of those influences, all those chemical exposures influence our genetics. In your lifetime now, the things that you're exposed to, which Nicole just kind of touched base on, trigger things called epigenetics. We can turn certain genes on and we can turn certain genes off. So here are two amazing articles, and believe it or not, they were published 1 year apart. First one's from ABC News, and it says, oh, the average woman is exposed to about 168 chemicals on a daily basis. Huffington Post did the same article 1 year later. The average woman is now exposed to 515 synthetic chemicals. And what's more dramatic to me than the increase of chemical exposures, it's that last part of the title, without knowing. So what the heck is the problem? How do we not know what we're putting on our body? And this is the problem. As consumers, we think, oh, it's on the shelf, it's been tested, it has to be safe. No one would sell something that's not good for my health, right? That would be incorrect. In fact, if we looked at the cosmetic industry alone, which is something we place on our skin on the daily, right? There's over 10,000 chemicals that go into formulation. Now, there's some really amazing countries that have gotten together and they're looking at the chemicals and what they do, and they've banned about 1,400 of them. Unfortunately, the United States is not among them. The FDA has only banned 11. So now I want to put my practitioner's hat back on, and I want you to see what the health impacts are from these chemical exposures. So first, I have to address hormonal health. You know, I think this is that topic that we have the greatest awareness of, but definitely the least amount of respect for, because we write it off as a mood issue, which is why this e-card was so easy to find, right? I don't think you understand how these hormones work. You're gonna make me do something that'll end up on the news. Guys, our hormones control so much more than that, right? It's our growth, it's our development, it's our metabolism. Did you know type 2 diabetes is a hormone imbalance? Sexual function, reproduction. Most of us have probably also seen this picture of the cell right here in some of Dr. Hill's amazing presentations as he talked about the power of phytoestrogens. But I want you to focus on the little red dots, the xenoestrogens. And I want you to understand that xenoestrogens is really an umbrella term. It's all the chemicals that either mimic estrogen or have a major influence on our estrogen levels. We are wellness advocates. Are we really living up to that title if we only offer a solution to the problem, but we do not teach about how they are causing the problem that they need a solution to? This is affecting our unborn babies, causing birth defects. It's affecting our teens, causing a mental health epidemic. And yes, this is a men's health issue as well. Men, when you compare the data, a 50-year-old man today has the same testosterone level as a 70-year-old man in the 1950s. So you're not being spared. I know part of what I love is science and research. I could do it all day long. And I'm sure there's a big group of you that are like, yes, throw it at me. I could do 1,000 slides. Sounds good, right? And then there's the other half of you going, please don't do more science and research. So I summed it up all in one slide, and both groups are going to be happy. I want you to know that there are tens of thousands of research articles on exactly what the chemicals do to our body. Chemical exposure has been linked to rising rates in cancers, asthma, autism, anxiety, depression, infertility, birth defects, obesity, insulin resistance, and other health issues. Many of these chemicals have never been tested for safety. Plus, they accumulate in the body and they interact in potentially harmful ways. Our babies are being born with hundreds of chemicals already accumulated in the body, and they still face a lifetime of exposures. So how do we help? Well, first of all, you can't avoid them all. These chemicals are in our carpeting, our vinyl flooring, the coating on wires and cables, shower curtains, raincoats, plastic toys, your car steering wheel, the dashboard, the gear shift, your medical devices, and our food and water. Our bodies, like my son, are literally screaming for help. It has become vital that we eliminate as much as possible. Our home care and our personal care are completely under our control. Plus, doTERRA has us covered. We have amazing products that cover almost every aspect of our personal care and cleaning our homes. And if doTERRA doesn't have it, there are some amazing clean companies out there that might also have it, or learn to DIY. Now, I know there are some wellness advocates right now that just rolled their eyes when they heard DIY. So I'd like to remind you, I have 9 children, I homeschool, and I run a doTERRA business. I can do all my DIYs in about 3 ingredients or less, one of them being an essential oil, in an upcycled pickle jar. You have the time and you have the resources.
Okay. Thoughts? Was there anything mind-blowing in that, or something that stuck out to you?
It was awesome. Like a lot of the stuff that she's talking about, I already know. Like my husband actually complains because I won't buy any laundry detergent with scents in it. But I know it's an estrogenic and I know it has all those chemicals. But I love that in terms of, I don't know, I guess I've just always thought of doTERRA. I haven't thought about it in those terms as cleaning up in terms of cleaning up our house, you know. So
Yeah.
that was really awesome.
So incredible. So we're working on both ends, cleaning up our homes and cleaning up our bodies. And those
Yeah.
xenoestrogens blow my mind, right? Like those
Yeah.
xenoestrogens go in our body and they act like estrogens, but they never stop screaming, which makes sense why there's so many, teens that are having so many, mental issues and things like that right now. It made complete sense to me. So
Yeah.
blows my mind. It's incredible what we've got our hands on. Okay, so let me screen share again. Okay, so this is wherein comes the cleaner, greener concept, right? That knowing we've got to clean things up around us. And sometimes people don't know where to start with essential oils. So we've created a program called Cleaner, Greener Home, which means it's designed for you. So for those of you that are like, yep, just tell me exactly what I need to do and I'll go get it done and I don't want to have any guesswork in it. We've created cleaning up your home, cleaning up the toxins around you in your home over a 90-day process. So you'll see the first 90 days, the first 30 days, you take part in that Aroma Essentials collection that you see right there on the top, where you're going to receive 10 really awesome oils that smell so great. So we're going to replace our candles, we're going to replace our plugins and start eliminating those around us, cleaning up our air. Then in the second month, we're going to start working on the kitchen and the bathroom. And we're going to give some fun recipes and some things to do along the way. So right there pictured is what you'll be getting month 2. And then month 3, we're going to tackle the laundry and the bedroom. Now, these are for the people that want to space it out a little. You watch that video of Lauren Bush and you're like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? What do I need to clean up around me? This must take forever. Well, it doesn't have to take forever. It's a pretty simple process that we want to help you with. So that's what our Cleaner Greener Home program looks like. Now, this is the month one right here where we're showing you inside of your home. So you're going to receive some oils here that are going to have some great health benefits, but mostly just going to clean up the air, and it's going to smell so much better in your home. You can see there that the wholesale price is $149.50, so it's great for most pocketbooks. And it comes with a really awesome diffuser that can get you started on that. Now, you have an optional supply fee of $50 to get started. And if you're like, I don't love to do DIYs, I don't want to go shop on my own, I have a list put together, and I can either send you the supplies or I'll supply you with the list so that you can just quickly order a few extra things that you need for some of the recipes that we're going to do. Now, the second option, maybe you're kind of like Melanie, right? You paid attention to this and it sounds like you've cleaned up a lot of things around you already. And maybe you've got some good air options right now, but you want to pay more attention to you, to your body, right? You want more of the health benefits than just the aromatic benefits. Now, keep in mind that first option has health benefits as well. And so along the way, we'll share those health benefits with you too. As you're cleaning up your air, you're going to get those health benefits. This Home Essentials Kit for Cleaner Greener You is geared a little bit more towards the body. So you're going to get a few extras here that are like Digest Zen. That'll be for digestion, and On Guard that's for our protective blend that helps keep those germs and some of those things at bay, and so that we're less susceptible to catch them. You see the peppermint there. And you also get Adaptive in that one, which is amazing for anxious feelings. And all of these also smell really great in the diffuser that comes with this package. So this is the Home Essentials Kit. Now, each of these kits that I'm showing you include an annual membership, a wholesale membership, because you want to get the very best prices. And so right here is the Cleaner Greener Life. Maybe you're someone that says, no, I'm ready to just do this and jump all in with both of my feet in. And so you would get everything pictured here that's going to tackle the body, the home, all of the areas that we've talked about. And you'll get additional things in this one, like the vitamins. Remember those bottom shelf items that I talked about? Those basic daily habits that if we take care of those things, 80% of the things that are health issues for us will be significantly reduced or resolved. So really, this is the one that I started my doTERRA journey with, and my natural journey, because I knew that I wanted to make a big change quickly in my family. So you get some toothpaste and some other options as well. Now, there's 3 ways to get oils into your home. The first way is retail. This is the most expensive way, and this is great for a one-time quick purchase, but none of my friends ever order retail. This would be if you're walking into some type of a salon or a health food store, they're going to sell it at a retail price because that's what they do in those centers. Now, the second option is a wholesale option. This is where you get great products for lower prices. It's similar to a Costco membership where you can go in and shop anytime you want and get a wholesale price. And with doTERRA, you get 25% below the retail price. Definitely more than Costco savings for sure. Super fun. I call this coupon shopping without actually having to clip the coupons because I just don't take the time to do that. So wholesale is a great option. But my favorite option, and the way that thousands of people select as I help them with essential oils in their families, is below wholesale. It's the smartest way to get your essential oils. This is where you get one of the kits that I showed you. You get a free membership that's included in it. So for a whole year, you get to shop for that 25% below retail. And you also get an opportunity to earn free products with our Loyalty Rewards program. A totally optional program, but if you're going to shop, if you're going to be using essential oils, it would make sense to get some freebies. Who likes freebies? Okay, so I want you to choose what's best for you. Do you want to start with the cleaner, greener home, where you're going to clean up your air first? Would you like, and would it be a better fit for you and your family to start with the cleaner, greener you option right there in the middle? Or are you ready to go all in with me, jump in with both feet, and have some really great solutions for everyday living in all areas of your home and your life, and get the cleaner, greener life option? Now, if you know what you want, go ahead and text the person who invited you here. So Melanie, you are welcome to text me. And after this, we're going to connect really quick so that we can help design which one is really the best for you. Answer any questions that you've got, so that you know exactly what you're getting. But 3 really great options. So make a mental check that box really quick of which one is the very best for you. Now, the first 90 days are going to be focused on changing habits in your home. If you select that cleaner, greener home, pre-packaged, everything's all set and ready for it. After that, we're going to focus on changing the habits in your health. Now, if you come in with the health integrated in one of those 3 options, you get to do all of it, connect it all at the same time. So I'm going to help you through the process no matter what you select. You're going to get some great things. One thing that I don't love, and how I started with oils actually, is I bought the oils because I learned some really amazing things about them. And then I'm a busy mom, right? Got 6 kids, got a lot to do. I put the oils on the shelf and I kind of forgot about them. And then I forgot all of the cool information that my friend shared with me the night she shared oils with me, and they just sat there for a while. I don't want that to be you. So I'm going to teach you through the process and help you through it to know exactly how to use what you've got. You're going to learn the aromatic benefits, the emotional benefits, and the health benefits of the oils that you select that are right for you and your family. Now, here's what you can expect. You can expect a welcome packet. You can expect a wellness consultation where we're going to dive in to specific needs for you and your family and your health. Because sometimes that stuff can be confusing and it can feel a little bit overwhelming. But with a book and a box of essential oils, everyone can be empowered to be a healer in their home. It's pretty incredible. I'm going to provide you some recipes and some ebooks that make this process really simple and really fun. We have an amazing community, and we do giveaways because we love more free stuff. Giveaways are so fun. And you always get that ongoing support when you join our oily family. So there's 3 types of people that we serve. The first type of person is somebody that listens to this and says, I am so ready to get started in my family. I want to make a difference in my home, in my family, and just help things out there. That's the first type of person. And this type of person we reward with free education. We're going to give you those recipes. We're going to teach you along the way. We're not going to leave you alone to do the process. The second type of person is the person that's listening to this class that says, oh my goodness, Susie down the street really needs to know about this. I know that she's struggling with something, or maybe one of her family members, or my coworker really needs to hear this, or my mom needs to hear this. And just naturally, while you've been here, you need to share it with a few people, right? So this second group of people, we actually like to reward with their products being paid for. The third option, the third type of person, is the person that listens to this and says, I actually could probably do what Heather's doing. It's pretty simple, and I could probably even do a better job than Heather does. But I'd like to share the message of that natural option of healthcare, right? Everyone can solve 80% of what's going on in their home. So I need to go out and share the message and help with that. And these people we reward with free healthcare. They not only do they get the layers and the freebies in the first area, the second area, but they actually supplement or replace their income. And I'm in that category where I've replaced my income through sharing the message of essential oils and natural healing in my home. So I want you to take a mental note of which one you are. Are you number 1, number 2, or number 3? If you're number 2 or number 3, make sure you reach out right away to the person that brought you here and tell them, I'm the second one. I really want to, there's a couple people, maybe a handful of people that I want to share this message with. And Heather, I want you to teach them because I just share the message with them. If you're the third type of person that wants to do it maybe in a little bit bigger format, let us know. Text the person that sent you here and let them know, and they can help you understand what those steps might look like. So who wants one of these? This is my doTERRA keychain, and I carry this keychain everywhere with me. I've got one in my car. I've got one in I used to have a diaper bag, but this diaper bag's still probably hanging there, and it's probably still in the diaper bag. I've just got one in the gym bag. We put them everywhere where we can travel with our 8 favorite oils that we know we're going to need sometime, and we never know when we're going to need them, right? So we just be prepared with these essential oils wherever we go. Maybe one of the kids falls down and scrapes their knees and you need something. You just grab out your little handy dandy keychain. Now, how many of you see this and you're like, oh my gosh, that would be so amazing, and I want one? My screen is gone and I cannot see participants anymore. So you're welcome to just shout out or type in the chat box. So if you want one of these keychains, I love to give these keychains for free. So if you're the type 2 or type 3 person that I talked about and you're willing to share this, we reward you not only with the other things I shared, but also with this keychain as well, so that you can have these oils anywhere you go. So just the freebie on top. So I am so excited to start this cleaner, greener journey with you. Whether you choose to start in your home, your health, or your life, any of those options are really great options, and we want to meet you where you're at. So let the person know which option you want, the person that sent you here tonight. Now we are going to pause, and anyone who wants to jump off that's not a number 2 or number 3, you're welcome to jump off. Or you can stick around for just a few more minutes. I'm going to share just a few things about the business end of it, or what it might look like to replace your income or supplement your income, or just even share with a few people. There is joy in sharing oils, and I experience it, and that's why I share them. That's why I do what I do. So why doTERRA? And why now? Why now? Why is now a really great time? Because doTERRA is the largest essential oil company in the world. And yes, we are the most tested, most trusted oil market that there is. Now, I didn't tell you in the beginning because I forgot that little detail, but doTERRA does third-party testing on 3 separate levels. It's tested, tested, tested. So when they say 100% pure, you can be assured that that's exactly what you're getting. doTERRA assures that there are no synthetics in their essential oils, and they source these from the places where they grow the very best. So all over the world, we source our oils from. doTERRA oils are used by doctors and hospitals worldwide. We have programs where we network with them, and we are the oil of choice in their hospital. We have an ethically and sustainable source. We don't just go in and extract oils and leave the people high and dry. We make sure it's sustainable, that they're going to have that essential oil there for generations and generations to come, and that those people are compensated fairly. That's really important to us. We work directly with the farmers. So we don't have, typically what happens like in a third world country is a company would go in there, extract the oil, and they pay a third party company. And so the people that are doing the work get pennies and sometimes even nothing. And that's not a sustainable way to do it. So we work directly with the farmers so they make a fair wage. We're open in over 135 countries, and our compensation plan is genius. I came from another direct sales company before I did doTERRA. I've used oils for 10 years, and I've been doing this as a business for 6. And it is hands down the best compensation plan that I have seen. As I coach my clients in my coaching business, I had to join doTERRA, not only because the oils were amazing and incredible, and I could get behind that, but the compensation plan was incredible. We have a high retention rate of 65%. Our customers are loyal. They know the value of the oils, and they order them repeatedly. That's a phenomenal number. And when I first heard it, I didn't even believe it. It was like, there's no way. But it's true. My numbers in my business hold to that. Just sometimes a little below and sometimes a little bit above. So right in that category. It's a privately owned company. Nobody else owns doTERRA. So we get the full benefit of that, and no stocks, no trading, no trade of owners. It's the real deal. So incredible ownership team, and they are debt free and no outside funding. Pretty amazing. So here's the picture. I'm out in that crowd of our team, our community that we create, the groups of people that we love to surround ourselves with. We have a lot of fun while we're doing this, because we don't want it to be boring, right? So we make sure that we've got fun and we've got an amazing community around us, and you've got people to help you. So what questions, there's a few questions you might have. And if you've got additionals, write them down and talk to the person that sent you here. How do I make money? How much time is involved? Could this really work for me? And what is my next step? So how do I make money? We sample people. We teach people. We help people get wholesale memberships so they can experience those great prices all year long. And then we support them. That's how you make money. So how much time is involved? So if you're in a category where you just want your oils paid for, you can plan on 3 to 10 hours a week. Pretty simple, can fit in any hole, any time slot. So you're excited to have them for your family and you'd love to have them paid for. If you want to supplement your income, maybe you want a couple $100 extra a month, and maybe you want $500 more a month. Wherever you're at, if you want to supplement what you're doing, you can plan on between 10 to 20 hours. Now, I'm super efficient with my time, so I would be at the 10-hour range and I'd get stuff done. I can help you be organized. I have systems that I can help you with. Now, if you want to replace your income, you'll need to plan on about 20 to 30 hours a week. And over in a certain amount of time, depending on how much you want each month, we will get that job done for you. And so that's the category that I'm in. So would this even work for me? Well, are you passionate about essential oils? And maybe you don't have essential oils, but maybe as you learn tonight, you're like, this is super cool. I could totally get behind that. Do you love people? And even if you don't like totally love people, do you find importance to share important things with people? Make sure that's clear. And can you follow a system and get things done? If somebody's here to help you and support you along the way, can you follow the systems and listen and go get things done? If you can answer yes to these, this can work for you. So the next step is, if you already have a wholesale account, you can go upgrade your wholesale account. And if you don't, you get to choose one of those kits that we talked about tonight and start your process as a wellness advocate. Same price to do it, whether you're a wholesale customer or a wellness advocate. You now can just have the capability to collect commission as you share essential oils with other people. So that is what we've got. I'm so happy that you stopped in here so that I could share a few of the things that I love, why I love sharing essential oils, and reach out to the person that sent you here and let them know which journey you are ready to take.